Okay, so the whole time I'm talking and no one can hear me anyways because I had I everything was mute. So I apologize. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can just start over. I wonder. No, it would probably end the whole thing. So I'm not going to start over. Hopefully people who are watching as the replay will fast forward like a minute and a half. So, anyways, yes, welcome to the replay of Tarot After Dark. Bring your cards, watch, play along, because this is the perfect way for you to start trusting your cards, start trusting what you're getting from them, and just get comfortable. So, every month in my Tarot Cafe community, we play tarot games actually, and we've decided that it's going to be every 2 weeks. So it's going to be even more fun. And why I chose to create games was because, well, for one, you remember when you were a kid and you would play games and you're just learning, and everyone was learning at the same time. You just, your inhibitions fall away, and you don't have to think, oh, I've got to study, oh, I've got to do this right, I've got to do that right. It's just play. And when you can be relaxed enough to just play, magic happens. What magic, you might ask? The magic of you trusting what comes. Your imagination starts expanding and giving you, pulling answers from you that you never really thought were there. So it's so much fun to do things in a gamified way. I also want to note that if you're new to tarot and you have a wonderful, cool tarot deck, but you've never really been able to figure it out, well, the chances are it might be too complicated as a beginner deck. But please don't go getting rid of it. Hang on to it. But if you really want to delve into the world of tarot, I highly recommend you getting the the regular Rider Waite deck. Now, sometimes the backs look different, but they basically look like this. Okay. This is the imagery. Now, granted, when I first saw this imagery, I was like, well, I don't know, I don't really like it. So I bought other decks, and it took me a long time to learn how to mess around with it. It wasn't until I got the Angel Tarot deck that it really started to make sense to me, mostly because it has a little description on the bottom of the card of what it's about. Even now, though, when I use that deck, I don't even really read what the caption says. I kind of cover it over, and then I just use my own intuition. But it's nice to have that there. Another deck that I really, really love is the Light Seer Tarot, which the imagery is a lot nicer than this one, and it stays fairly close to what the traditional tarot meanings are. But I really recommend that if you're just beginning, get a regular tarot deck and come and join the Tarot Cafe. It's an amazing community. We meet now twice a month for tarot games where you will learn more than just the basics of tarot. You will also learn how tarot works with you. You'll also learn how your intuition makes you a unique tarot reader. Even if you don't want to be a professional, you just want to read for yourself or, play games with your friends and that sort of thing. It really brightens up your intuition in a way that I don't think personally anything else has really worked for me. And at first I started out playing with cards and looking at the meaning of it and, figuring out what it was for me, and then looking at the card, the booklet. And that really kind of helped me. But I'll give you a tip. If you do that, don't assume that the book is right and what you came up with was wrong. That was the first mistake I made, was thinking that, oh, the book is always right and I'm not. The book is a snapshot in a moment of time of what that meaning is, what they first gave that meaning. Boom, magician. There's so many things you can get without even looking at the book. What do you see? Let me know in the comments. What do you see when you look at this? What was the first thing you saw? And it could be different every time. This time I was actually drawn to the little sash around his waist. It's like, why am I paying attention to that? But it helped. Just doing that right now makes me think, okay, well, there's a message more deeper than everything else that's coming through. And that's just a message that's going to come through me to whoever needs to hear it, or maybe it's something I need to hear. And let me get rid of these other cards. So with the magician, that little sash around his waist is often symbolized as the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, which is all about, it's very similar to the, trying to get the mirror image, very similar to the infinity symbol up top as the Ouroboros, where it's infinite going around and around, and it's cyclic, however you want to say it. Hi, Katya. Oh, see that. Oh, interesting. And you were drawn to that infinity symbol above his head. Yeah, interesting. So when that happens, then you think, okay, you be curious and you say, okay, why was I drawn to that? What am I picking up from that? And this is just the start. If you were asking a specific question and then this card popped up, then you can use the clues that you saw first to start discovering what the message is about the question you have. Often questions are just about, what do I need to know? What's the general energy and that sort of thing? And that's fine. So if that's the case, what's the general energy? I was picking up on the Ouroboros. Katya was picking up on the infinity symbol, which to me, they kind of mean the same thing. It's like energy that keeps flowing, and there's infinite ways of doing things. The magician himself has all of the tools he needs to create, manifest down to earth. So again, watching how he has his wand up in the sky. So he's bringing that energy down to the ground. So as above, so below. And that's just what I'm picking up. I mean, there's other things. You see a bunch of flowers in the foreground. So it's really paying attention to what you notice first. That's a great intuitive way of approaching the cards. Okay. And really, it's important that you understand that it's just a game, right? I think any of the cards that you get, I think they even say on it, game, blah, blah, blah. I'm not seeing anything right now, but some of them are actually printed by a games company. So the original ones were from our playing cards that we play with now. Play poker and canasta, and I don't know why I chose canasta. I've never played that game in my life. I have no idea how to play. Does anyone play canasta? But playing cards is a great way of just trusting that what you pick up is what you need to hear, or what the person you're doing the card reading is for. Similar to playing cards, you have the suits, right? So the suits, we have wands, which represent fire energy, using tools to take action. We have cups, which is water, the element of water, and having feelings and intuition. Swords are about intellect, it's air energy. And pentacles is earth energy, anything in this physical world, often relating to wealth and abundance, but not just wealth and abundance. So those are the basics. And then the more you play with the cards, the more you see that there is much more there. What kind of candle is burning in the background? I need to order more. Yeah, so my daughter has her she has her business, her Dappled Light Comfort Craft. This one is Quiet Library. I think she needs to make another batch because I had to take her her sample pack. But it's nice. I like this one. It's very subtle. Yeah. So yeah, so let's see here. I know it's not a very busy night tonight, but get your deck, and I'd love for you to pull a card with the intention. What's one word you need to know going forward in this week? So pull a card, and especially if you're using tarot, don't just go by what the card word says. The first thought word that comes into your head is what you're meant to hear. I know that it's sometimes hard to do that. We want to overthink it. And we're like, but that's a boring word. Can't it be more exciting? It's like, just, we'll build on it. Okay. We'll build on it. So let's see. Now, it's always good to have your intention fully present during holding the cards or as you shuffle the cards. What's my word of the week? And I like to shuffle, if you've been following me, I like to shuffle until they flip out, because to me that's telling me something. Okay, 2 came, so I'm just going to take the first one. The first word that comes to me is freedom. 4 of Cups can often be seen as boredom. See, he's not looking at the thing that's being handed right to him. He's looking at the boring 3 cups. There's nothing in them. Sitting under the tree, the wind's not even blowing, like it's a really boring situation from his perspective. From my perspective, it might not be, but it kind of looks like it could be a palm tree. He's got blue sky. It's not pouring rain or cloudy like it usually is where I live. And he's being handed a gift. So that's what I choose to focus on. I've already forgotten my word. I don't know what's with my memory these days, but whatever. If you remember what word I chose, pop it in the chat, especially if you're watching as a replay. It kind of gets you engaged, right? Just tell me my word was. So otherwise, if you just pop a random word in there while I'm looking at the comments later, I won't know what context it was for. So there you go. There's your word for the week. It's just, I don't know what's with me today. Katya says the sacrifice, the first word, self-discipline deck, mystical shaman oracle. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for bringing the oracle element to us tonight. I love it. Hey, I also want to say that a little birdie told me that Facebook is going to make it a lot more difficult to stream into Facebook with any aftermarket app, such as the one I'm using, Streamyard, or Zoom to broadcast into a private group. I hear that Facebook is going to make it difficult to do that. So I want to let you know that I'm continuing to do these on my YouTube channel, Everyday Introvert Tarot. So if you're watching me on Facebook, I highly recommend you find me on YouTube, Everyday Introvert Tarot, and subscribe. And thank you. And then you won't miss any broadcasts, because I know YouTube won't do that. So anyhow, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, he's probably banning my channel as we speak. Katja saying, too tired to go and get my tarot deck. That's okay. You're a couple hours ahead of me. It's totally good. You can be the clarifier. Someone told me today Facebook is coming with their own live streaming. Yeah, it better be better than what's there. The thing is, Streamyard has done such an amazing job of putting this app together. I've been using it for, I don't know, 3 years now. I started just doing it free, and then I wanted extra things. So I have a minimal paid subscription. So what's going to happen to the Streamyards and the other apps that are out there that Facebook is trying to have a monopoly on everything? So yeah, I love Streamyard. And so I don't think that's right. So you never know. I might be totally jumping ship from Facebook and just going on YouTube with everything. So you better subscribe and follow me there. I need to build it up. I've only got I have a grand total so far. It fluctuates, but there's like 84 subscribers so far, and I'm like, I'm almost at 100. Woo! I'm really excited. And a lot of people and me in the past would have been like, that it? That's all you got? It's not very good. But you have to start somewhere, right? Just like learning tarot. You have to start somewhere. If you think you're going to read like someone who's super intuitive, psychic medium, yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. And not everyone who reads tarot is a psychic medium. I hate to break it to you. I am not a psychic medium. I do not see dead people. I do not hear dead people. People keep saying, oh, but yeah, I don't want to. I have my own abilities and I'm still learning them myself. And I love helping other people discover their own. And that's what I really loved about teaching Reiki is just helping that new Reiki practitioner understand that how they feel energy is right. So the same thing with tarot, how you pick up the meaning of the cards to do with whatever the question or the spread is about is right. And it's so important for you to know that. All right. Heck yeah. All right, enough of that. Let's pull cards. Who would like a card reading? I can bravely say that because we have just a couple people watching live, which makes it great because then we can give you more of a reading. So pop in the chat if you would like a card pull and if you have a specific question for it. And I gotta wet my whistle. I love how you're teaching tarot through games. Thank you. Yeah. Well, it's also helpful that you're part of the community too, because it's perpetual. And yes, of course you can have a card. Anyone else would like a card? Let me know. Looks like my connection isn't very good for some reason. Should be fine. I mean, whatever. All right, so you can pull a clarifier for yourself too, Katja. All right, let me just tune in to choose. I have a couple of tarot cards here, so I'm going to pull clarifiers too. So what does Katja most need to know? Nine of Cups. If you think things are looking really good now, they're going to get even better. That's what I pick up from this card. So why I pick that up is because of all of these cups lined up. And the fact that he's sitting there and he looks like he's used to success and abundance and having things his own way. So people who are like that, have you ever noticed that people are just like, yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to work out. And it always does because they have that mindset and they're at that vibration. So they attract all those opportunities to them, right? The guy beside him that's like, he's wearing the, hey, I'm with loser. He's like, well, it never happens to me. Everything's bad. I don't have good luck. So he gets more opportunities for him to say that. Right? So it really shifts your vibration. Hi, Christina. You sure can. You'll be next, okay? And anyone else who would like one. So that's what I got for you, Katja. And I'm going to pull from my other deck here, this indie deck, which looks totally nothing like the regular Rider-Waite. And I'm really glad that I didn't get this deck until I feel like I'm more of a professional reader. I guess I can say that. I do I charge for reading. So this deck, when I first got it, well, there's no instructions, there's no book. But I'm like, I don't need the book. I will never really pay attention to the book. Meanwhile, tons of cards fly off. But I'm really glad I got it because it brought me confidence, because I'm like, oh, there's no way I would have been able to interpret this deck until I've had the experience to do it. So, Katya, I'm pulling a clarifier. Are you pulling one for you too, Katya? So I think these two cards go really well together. So you got the 9 of Cups, and then you got the World. So you got this. These two really go hand in hand. Like, to me, I would almost say that this 9 of Cups is like the minor arcana version of the World. There's probably a few of them in the deck, but Pentacles maybe more so because they're earth and that sort of thing. So, but the World. There you go. So this to me is also the ending of, and it's that infinity again, the Ouroboros, which is on the traditional deck, or the infinity symbol that you picked up. So this is showing that it is a completion. Something is full or whole or coming to an end. So therefore there's a new chapter or a new book, a new beginning, right? And let's see, what did you get? My qualifier, many paths. Keep the momentum. Oh, beautiful. Yes. Yes, this is definitely not a sit on your laurels, and you're not that type of person anyway, so you got this. Now, the thing, if somebody else resonates with this as a message, the thing when you get that, trust that you don't have to do it alone, right? Many paths, keep the momentum, like Katya was saying with that one, is part of the lesson of life is to ask for help. And I know that is a tough one for a lot of people, to learn to ask for help in a way where you don't feel like you're a victim or embarrassed or anything like that. These things you're just going to have to start getting over, thicken your skin as you will. It's time to sail into uncharted territory. You got it. You're still captain. It's not like you're going blindfolded now, right? You have your navigation chart as far as you can see. Maybe the world's still flat out there. You don't know. All righty. Christina, yes, you asked so politely and you even said thank you. How can I resist that? How can I resist? I cannot resist. All right. Let's see what we need. And Katya, if you would please pull a clarifier for Christina, that would be great. And Christina, do you have any cards with you? Because really, truly, Tarot After Dark isn't just a bunch of card readings for people. It's to help you get comfortable and have fun playing with cards. So if you have a deck, it doesn't have to be tarot, it's fine. Katya's rocking her Oracle deck right now. And yeah, but this is all about stretching and trusting your intuition and messages that come and getting confirmations and being a community, even a community of three. Three's my number anyways. Okay, Christina, here we go. Okay, you got 2 cards. And they're both major arcana. The first one is the Star. I feel this is a good heads up to follow, and we talk about navigation, to follow where you're being led. I see this big star in the middle as like that North Star that the 3 wise men follow, right? Like you've been, and it's not a star for you, but there's been something that's been repeating itself in your life that's sending a sign to go for you to go in a specific direction. Let me know if that makes sense to you. And oh, he didn't come upside down. I just turned him because I peripheral. I'm like, what? He's wrong. No, it came in right. So Hangman is the other energy here, and to me, it's maybe you've been waiting, you've been hanging around, waiting for things to happen. But I get the feeling that you need to start taking a bit of action with the enlightenment that you have received. Sometimes you want to wait till we've got the whole download, but the message I'm getting right now, for you is to start taking action toward it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Oh, good, makes sense. And then Katya got the hunter. Don't settle for the roadkill. I love it. You deserve more. Focus on filling your own cup with the best. Yeah. So I love that. I love that. So it really goes along well. Really, really does. So hopefully that worked for you. Anyone else would like a reading? Go ahead and pop it in the chat. If you have a card deck, pull the card deck, pull it. Let me start over. I wished I could have started the whole thing over. You weren't here for the very, very beginning. For the first 1 minute 11 seconds ish, I was on mute. So luckily you missed that part. Oh, hi, Tammy. Good to see you. You're welcome. Who's got cards? Remember at the cash register where it says, have a penny, leave a penny? Have a card, leave a card? I also want to pull one from here, Christina, mostly because don't have a lot of people yet. To clarify, even though I popped those other ones back in the deck. Ooh, so this is for you too, Christina. Ace of Cups. So yeah, focusing on that one thing that you really, really want to do. I mean, realistically, life happens. We have a variety of things, but if you have something that you've been really, really wanting to get going on, this is the sign to really focus on it. Put some energy into that. And I always notice this little acorn in the middle there. So that to me is filled with potential. Oak trees grow pretty friggin' big, right? And nice hard wood. And it takes time. But this is saying that if you focus all of the energy you can devote to it, it's going to grow even quicker. That's what I get. I love that. Here's your cup overrunning with goodness. Yes, I love it. I love it. Marnie, hi. Good to see you. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, yeah. Oh, Katya, I wanted to say too that I really love this deck, and I just pulled this one just for the sake of pulling it because everything. Oh, no, it's not. It's not coming clear. But I know for a fact these are AI. I just know it. I can feel it in my bones. And of course, it's not clear. I don't know. Donations for a new camera, people. can get readings. Yeah, good to see you. Absolutely. We're on top of it tonight. We are on top of it. Yes, I totally think it is. Yeah, yeah. And even before I bought them and I saw them as somebody else has a YouTube channel that I follow, and I'm like, those cards are amazing. They look really good digitally, like almost nicer than in person. But I look at them and I'm like, things kind of look a little wonky in some of them, but that's AI. I love it. It is gorgeous. Yeah, yeah. All right, so Tammy, everyone who has cards to pull for clarifiers, we're focusing on Tammy right now. And yes, I was going to say Raven because that's what I see. Yes, Marnie, we'll do you as well too. This is for Tammy. What do you most need to hear, Tammy? Whoa, that much, eh? Well, you get cards too, like Christina. First card is a 5 of Cups. So this is either a reminder, yay, keep focusing on the positive. You've been doing really good. And that's the first message that comes. And the other one is don't look back at the failures as if they are failures. They're stepping stones. That's the message that just came out. And then you have the 8 of Wands. This has a similar message as Christina's in that it feels like there's momentum that's going to be happening when you focus on that one thing. And yes, I'm not saying literally there's only one thing you're ever going to do and nothing else. I'm just saying the time, I know it's probably limited, but the time you have that doesn't involve house stuff, work stuff, caring for other stuff, and you have a moment to yourself, what do you want to do with that time? I feel like if you are very creatively constructive with it, and I don't mean you have to have something created, but it's just to help you. It's just to help your energy, I don't know, feel lighter, feel frivolous. When was the last time you did something frivolous? Don't ask me to spell it. But really, like usually, like it's like this, I got to do that. This is happening. Great. I'm looking forward to doing that in the future. Got to plan. Where's the spontaneity and the frivolousness? Whew, we'll stick with spontaneity. It's almost easier. And don't ask me to spell that either, because this is Tarot After Dark. It's not the spelling bee. Okay, so anyone have clarifiers? Yeah, I thought they're good cards. And Katya has one. Magic. Don't forget you live in the world full of magic. Well, I love that. That's perfect. That goes along just with what I'm saying, that frivolous spontaneity. Woo! I've been drinking my water today. Keeping me clear. I love it. I love it. Love it. Was it good? Was that a gooder? Tell me more. We never get tired of validation. The more we learn to trust our intuition and the messages that come through the cards, the more we need people to let us know that it made sense to them. It's just, that's the way, right? That's the way, right? All right. Okay, good. And it's great when people receive validation through the cards, because they're just cards, right? They're either they're digital on the Deckable app or they're cardboard. Really, it's just a tool. The rest comes through us. It doesn't come through our brain. We try to make things logical through our brain, but it comes through our intuition. It comes through our heart, our throat, our whole energy system, our nervous system. It's not just the brain. All right. Oh, you bought it. Yay. Was that the one? Was that the one we did the reading on a couple weeks ago? So excited. So yeah, things are going to happen fast. A lot of moving. Trust me, I know what that's like. That's fantastic. Exciting. Yay. All right. I'll look in the comments for what you have to say, because I know we did a reading. I think Raph was with me when we did that one. And I'm going to go to Marnie now, and let's pull a card for Marnie. What do you need to know, Marnie? You might go, I don't know. So what does Marnie need to know that she doesn't already think she needs to know? What do we have? Just going to pull the top one because shuffly. Oh, it was a different one. Okay. Is it even better? That's what I want to hear about, because I know that's what I was saying and how I kind of came across this place. Okay. Sorry about that, Marnie. I am paying attention. Trust me, I am Page of Cups, talking about whimsical and imagination. That's what this Page of Cups is. I'm also getting, be careful who you share your imagination with. I don't know why. It feels like a warning and it feels weird. I don't usually do that. But, he sees this fish in the cup, but maybe he's just imagining it. And he starts talking to people, hey, this fish in the cup, I'm going to call him Jerry. And people are kind of looking at him like, the cup is empty. What are you talking about, Paige? Right? Right? So to me, it's feed your imagination and don't be afraid to not have to share it with everybody all the time. All right. Oh, you're going to be my neighbor. Ooh, sweet. Okay, we need to private message this and get some details, please. I need to know more. We even have dogs that we can walk together. That'd be great. Okay, I also want to pull from this other deck for you, Marnie. Another major arcana, Judgment. Ooh, it's clear. Try not to move, Lorraine. It's so pretty. Even blurry, it's pretty. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Let me see that. Hi, Jillian. Fish in a cup of water. Survival. I never picked that up from that, but that's a good one too. Does that resonate with you? Where'd your thing go here, Marnie? This is Marnie, everybody. This is her YouTube. So what I'm picking up here, interesting, is it's okay to toot your own horn, even if you think someone will judge you for it. And maybe it's just careful what you talk about with people that you don't feel close to or trust. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Who can pull a clarifier here? Do you have anyone have another deck? You can pull a card and pop it in the chat for Marnie. That made sense? Good. Good. Awesome. Awesome. Anyone else want a card pull? We'll do a little bit longer here. It's turning into just card pull, and I really would love it to be you guys grab your card decks too and pull from them. Another thing I like about this deck, this indie deck, is it shuffles really well, like almost too well. Like it's very slippery, but it just has such nice energy to it. All right. Jillian, do you want a card pull? Who else is here that would like a card pull? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go hang out with Tarot Pop. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. I don't know who this is for, but it's a collective message, apparently. And I mentioned it a little earlier, too. Similar information is what you focus on expands. So what are you focused on? Are you focused on the lack, or are you focused on the abundance that you always have around you? I need really good light for these cards. Almost looks like she's in a church, but I don't know. Anyways, of course. Well then, let me help you out with that. Hi, Kim. Sticking your hand up. You can be after Jillian, okay? All right, who's got clarifiers? Get them ready. Jillian's up. Here we go. King of Swords. So I feel this represents you. You've been having some, the term that's coming to me is big thoughts. Okay. But it's almost something that you've had this idea or this plan, and it felt really good, but now you might be kind of thinking, I don't know. You're having second thoughts. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but I am. And I'm going to pull from this other tarot deck now just to clarify. And anyone else who has something to clarify. Wheel of Fortune. So to me, it's that you've had something like this happen before, and you're like, that logical, well, it happened once before, is going to happen again, negatively, right? So we know that stuff works negatively, so we can turn it positively. It's okay to have a similar experience and expect a different result. Notice I said similar and not the same. But we often focus on the energy. Oh, this is how I felt last time. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I know what happened last time I felt like this. This thing I wanted to do failed, right? So to me, it feels like you are kind of convincing yourself, talking yourself out of something. And I'm encouraging you to push through that and trust that it can work out. Hope that makes sense. Let me know. Anyone pull any clarifier cards for that, please, for Jillian? Want a card? Leave a card. No? Come on, you guys. January's over. It's the month of love. Love your cards. Love your card readers. Wow, on point. Definitely been on edge with my thoughts. Okay. Well, I hope that helped you. I hope that helped you. Hi, Christina. Do you have are you traveling? Do you have your card deck with you? I've got no one pulling clarifiers for me. And yes, you'll be after Kim. Let's give Kim a go here. Because the whole point of Tarot After Dark isn't just me giving card meanings out to people. This is about you tapping into your own intuition. Okay. So I'm going to change it up a notch because it wouldn't be Tarot After Dark if it was otherwise. Okay. All right. So, Kim, I have your card. Everybody, pop in the chat. What are you picking up on? What do you notice? Do you get a feeling? Do you see a color? Do you see a shape, an object? Do you get a certain word from this? I'm not going to reveal till I get some comments in the chat. So you're going to have to wait. Oh, you just got on the plane. Yay. Sending you good vibes too. Happy travels. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. So Christina, you're saying red. Gotcha. Christina with a K, Christine with a C. And what did you say? Cups. All right. Anyone else? Kim, you have to guess too. I'm running out of water. You're sensing a cup. Okay. And pay attention to what comes up for those. What made you think of those? And you might not know the answer until you see the card, and then you can kind of reverse engineer. The Devil. Someone's feeling guilty. Marnie senses a pentacle. Okay, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for playing along. So Kim, you have the Page of Swords. All right, so so Christina with the K picked up on the red, on the boots, and even the tunic is a little bit reddish. Christina with the C picked up on cups. So really, the Page of Swords can have that cups energy to it, because page energy is usually more youthful. As we go through the court cards, this is the youngest of the court cards. So it can signify either like youth or novice at something, or even just the attitude of the new things that are coming in. So Kim, you said devil. They say the devil's in the details. Swords are about knowledge, communication, thoughts. So maybe it's thinking thoughts that aren't high vibing and aligning with who you really want to be. And Tammy, yep, you were right. You said a court card. It is. And then Christina, see, now go back in your mind, like what made you not say swords, right? This is the perfect way to learn how your intuition works when we wire it a different way. What about protecting? Absolutely. Like just seeing, I'll bring it in a little closer and try not to be jittery. I had 2 cups of coffee today, so no, no promises. But yeah, it could totally be that. Now, it's interesting because you might be thinking you're thinking with logic. Oh, the sword is up and protecting, but maybe you're tuning into energy because Kim also said devil, right? So devil energy, evil, things that are not good for us. We want to protect ourselves from that, right? Jillian says, see, the cups was in the card, cups of coffee. There you go. You knew it was going to come up somewhere. I love it. I love it. Not sure. It just popped into my head. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how intuition works sometimes. It's not always that Christopher Walken moment, if you know what that is, and he touches something and, it's never that way. It's super freaking ordinary and it's super freaking annoying when you don't listen to it. You know you should have. Okay, so sorry, Kim, that was for you. Yeah, A for effort, for sure. I want to go back up. Where the heck did you go? Okay, there you go. So yeah, so to me, maybe it's time to change the way you've been thinking. And also maybe change your environment a little bit. Something as simple as not necessarily tidying up clutter, but moving items around in the area you spend the most time, whether it's at work or at home, wherever. Move a few items. Move 9 items. Like, you could just have, my candles here. I'm going to move it down to that shelf. That's one thing. That I don't know why it came to me. I don't know why I came up with 9. So it is what it is. All right. So there you go. I hope that makes sense for you. There's more comments. Let's see. You are welcome. All right. Where are my stars? Christina with the C. It's your turn. Okay. Same thing goes, everybody. Since no one has cards, if you have cards, pull a clarifier. Otherwise, we're going to play the guessing game again. There we go. Christina. What does Christina most need to know? Okay. Here is the card. I'm looking at it. I'm focusing on everything in it. Tune into the energy of the card and pop in the chat what you're picking up. And bonus points if you put down why you're picking it up or whatever to maybe clarify what you're talking about. So Christina with the K gets green. Okay. Definitely should have filled up with more water. Anyone else? It might be difficult for Christina if she's on a plane right now. Kim, what about you? What do you pick up? Towers. Okay. You're getting all the good ones. What's on your mind? What's on your mind, bud? I was catching on water. Okay. Sword. Oh, swords. Interesting. You two picking up on the same thing. All right. Jillian got purity. Awesome. Let's see. Let's go back up to Christina here. Okay. So the card is 10 of Pentacles. All right. So let me go back up to the first guesses. So Christina, you said green. Okay. The color green isn't there, but money is often represented in the color green. And I would say that these pentacles could be money, could be coins. So greenbacks, whatever you want to call it. Shit. Okay. Kim, you picked up towers. Well, what's this? What's that? It's a tower. That's awesome. Good job. And water. Well, I don't see water. However, water and the flow of abundance. See, there's even blue there, right? And the swords. Okay, well, you guys with swords. You know, it would take a lot of intellect to make that much dough. So swords get things done. Swords cut through the BS and get you your abundance quicker. So going back to the reading, yeah, yeah, you did good. Going back to the reading for Christina, I'm really picking up that, you know, things are really coming together, and everything that it feels like the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. Everything other people touch you, they turn to gold, you know, not in a weird B movie kind of way, but it feels to me that things are really doing well and looking up for you. I hope that makes sense. So Jillian saying the lamb can mean purity. That's why they offer the lamb. Yeah, but those are dogs. Those are two dogs. And I think they're Iggies. I think they're Italian greyhounds like my little Taro pup is. I swear. You know, Taro, I think originated in Italy, I want to say, and Italian greyhound, the dogs are, you know, that's where they come from. Originally, I guess, ergo the name. People usually call them mini greyhounds, and I say yes, shrunk in the wash. Yeah, they're dogs. But hey, let me go back to trusting your intuition. Gentle, lamb. Yeah. So maybe, and darn it, I put it back in the pile already, but maybe it's coming super softly and gently for Christina, right? So you could be picking up on that. Oh, Fat Tuesday. Awesome. Okay, Kim, take care. Enjoy. Mardi Gras. Pretty amazing. I've always wanted to go there. Sweet. Thanks for being here. Come join us next Monday and let us know how Mardi Gras was, if you survive it. All right. Did I get everybody? Anyone else want a card pull before I go and play with Tarot Pup for the night? Did I miss anybody? No? Okay, well, I'm going to pull one more card. This is going to be for me and anyone it resonates with. So it is a collective card. And let's see what comes. Where can I get tarot cards? If there are any, well, you can get them on Amazon. That's simple because you can order them from anywhere. You can go to a crystal shop, those kind of places and little emporiums. They usually sell them as well. I definitely, if you're new to tarot, I definitely recommend going with the basic Rider-Waite deck. Yeah, it's not exciting. It's not, you know, all these, you know, but these are harder to learn. And if you want to come to, you know, the Tarot Cafe community, be part of the community, super cheap, $7 a month, maybe only join for a month, whatever. We have tarot games where I help you learn without even knowing you're learning. And there's a bunch of downloads as well. There's the tarot for empathic entrepreneurs. It's not for empaths, not entrepreneurs. It's just empaths in general. It's a guidebook that I wrote that helps you navigate tarot from that empathic perspective. I'm also working on a tarot playbook. I've been working on it for a few weeks. I'm tweaking this and that. It could be, you could print it out, or, so I don't want it too super colorful. But I want it to have all of the elements that I would use in it. So that is another free thing that you get with the Tarot After Dark. And sorry, I went into all my Tarot After Dark stuff. That's where you can get cards. I hope that made sense for you. I totally went off the deep end there. And so the last card of the night is the King of Wands. Fiery energy. Take control of what you can and let go of what you cannot. Don't get burned. All right. Thank you for joining Tarot After Dark. Jamila, sorry, I'm going to cut it off here. Come early next time, 7:20 Pacific on Mondays. And that's it. Have a good night. Thanks for playing along, everybody. Bye.